What was I take?
Perno.
Perno. And the closed version?
Paro.
Paro. Call me. Take me phone.
Pare me telefono.
Pare me telefono. Good. With these shorter verbs when we make orders, so mostly just short verbs of a syllable or two, like pare, no? When we add the word on the end with T, so to, ta, tus, tin, any of those, we can have a contraction. So instead of saying pare to, we say parto, parto.
Parto.
But not when we add me, no? How was call me?
Pare me.
Pare me. So when we have one of these with T, no? To, ta, etc., we can contract. So how would you say take it whenever you want? Take it whenever you want.
Parto όποτε θέλεις.
Good. Parto opote thelis, parto opote thes. Take them, and we mean a masculine them. Take them whenever you want.
Πάρτους όποτε θες.
Good. Partus opote thes. If we had things of a mixed gender, what would we use to say take them whenever you want?
The same. Πάρτους όποτε θες.
You would use tous. So tous we can use for people of mixed gender, but when we're talking of things of mixed gender, we would just use
Okay. Πάρτα. Πάρτα όποτε θες.
parta opote thes, no? So things of a mixed gender are just things, like pragmata, ta pragmata, parta opote thes. But like I said, this contraction of pare to parto or parta, only when we have these words beginning T. So if you say, for example, koulas, how would that be?
Πάρε μας.
Paremas telefono. We had dichno and dixo for I show. And how do you say show? Giving the order to one person.
Δείξε.
Dixe. And to more than one person?
Δείξτε.
Dixte. Show me it. Show me it. Still to more than one person.
Δείξτε μου το.
Dixte muto. So whereas usually we have the personal one first, we have mu or su or mas first, when we have these little words after the verb in this situation where we give orders, then we see much more flexibility in the word order. So we could have, like in English, show me it, dixte muto, or show it to me. So how would that be? Still talking formally or plurally to more than one person, show it to me.
Δείξτε το μου.
Dixte tomu. How is show talking just to one person? Show.
Δείξε.
Dixe. And this one can contract with the to. No. So how would that sound? Show it.
Δείξε το. Δείξτο.
Dixto. No. We can't contract dixte and to. No, that's too difficult. But dixe and to, that's no problem. Dixto. Show it to me.
Δείξτο μου.
Dixtomu. Show them to me. Things.
Δείξτα μου.
Dixtamu. Show them to us.
Δείξτα μας.
Dixtamas. And if you say show us it in that order, show us it.
Δείξε μας.
Dixe to. So we can't contract mas and dixe because mas doesn't begin with T like to and tus. So the fact that we can contract these beginning with T is probably why we break our normal word order here now to be able to contract them dixtomas. If you want to say don't show me, then this is quite different. You will say min mu to dixis. Min mu to dixis.
Μην μου το δείξεις.
So we have min for not or don't here rather than then. But everything else continues like normal. Now we have the small words back at the beginning before the verb in their normal positions. No, but after min, as you can notice in min muto dixis, we also have to choose, we have to decide whether we want the open or the closed form of the verb. So min muto dixis, don't show me it, but don't show me them.
Μην μου τα δείξεις.
Min muta dixis. What if you're talking to more than one person? Don't show me them.
Μην μου τα δείξετε.
Min mu ta δείξετε. Good. Don't show them things to me, to more than one person. Min μου τα δείξετε. So actually the negative orders are much simpler now than the positive in Greek. For example, if you contrast wait for me, how is wait for me?
Περιμένεμε.
Good, περιμένεμε. So we have to think about having the accent third from the end and adding our E for the order, and then when we put me, pulling the accent back up again, περιμένεμε, as opposed to don't wait for me, which is much simpler.
Μην με περιμένεις.
Min me περιμένεις. Good. But you know, if we don't want to think our way through περιμένεμε, we can also just say Boris, no? Can you, Boris, να με περιμένεις? So if we want to communicate something quickly, we can find other ways of expressing what we want to happen. How would you say wait as an order to more than one person?
Περιμέντε.
It might sound like perimente, but actually here we don't contract normally, perimenete. But when people speak fast and we have the accent third from the end, it might very well sound like perimente, perimenete, with a very soft E. Wait for me to more than one person?
Περιμένετε με.
Περιμένετε με. But don't wait for me, still formal or plural.
Μην με περιμένετε.
Min me perimenete. What is I do or I make?
Κάνω.
Kano. So we have kano, I do, and to give an order to one person we would say kane, or to more than one person, or formally, we actually have kande or kade. So whilst we don't usually contract ete to n with this common verb, we do, and this gives us nt together, which gives us an nd sound or just a d sound, kande, kade. So whilst we wouldn't usually contract our ete after an n, this very common verb is a bit irregular, we get kante or kanete. You can hear both, but kante is very common. So how would you say do it? Still formal or plural?
Κάνετε το.
So if we go from kanete, kaneteto, and if we go from kante, much more simple, we don't have to worry about any double accent, kanteto. Don't do it. Still to more than one person.
Μην το κάνετε.
Min to kanete. How about to one person, do, giving the order do.
Κάνε.
Kane. How would you say do it?
Κάνε το.
So you could say kaneto, but also with the short verbs like we saw with pare, dixe, you can contract that. Parto, dixto, canto. Just do it. Canto.
Κάντο.
But this is only with those little words beginning T, so I don't know if you said like, do whatever you want with me. Do it to me whatever you want. Then you wouldn't join it. How would that be?
Κάνε μου όποτε θες.
Whatever you want.
Α, ό,τι θες. Sorry.
It's a funny sentence. There's an old song in Greek that says something like this. Πάρε με και κάνε με ό,τι θες. And me, not mu, actually. I think maybe mu would sound something like make for me rather than do to me. And how would you say don't do it, talking to one person?
Μην το κάνεις.
Min to canis. Much more simple though. So with our positive orders, we've seen two common contractions when we add a small word beginning with T. So we go from pare to parto, from cane to canto. And we've also seen that the ete that we add for you, plural, can contract to te. And this depends on the previous sound. We can contract it easily with an S, which is what we tend to end in our closed form anyway. Dixe, dixte, peso, pexo, I play, pexe, play, pexte, to more than one person. And even with some common verbs, we can find this ete contracted after sounds where it might not usually be contracted. So we could have canete or cante,